Hi LEGO fans, it's Brickheadz time again, and a new month means a new batch of LEGO Brickheadz. I just got all the new October releases and boy there's a lot to choose from. So I'm going to start off with my favourite of the whole lot, and today I'm going to be unboxing, speed building and reviewing set number 41632, Homer Simpson and Krusty the Clown from LEGO Brickheadz. This is not the first time LEGO has done the Simpsons theme. We've had two series of collectible minifigures, a Simpsons house, the Quickie Mart, and even some LEGO Dimensions sets. But this is the first time we've seen the Simpsons immortalised in Brickheadz form, and we've got a twin pack of two iconic characters. We've got everybody's favourite goon from Sector 7G, Homer J. Simpson, and the hopelessly corruptible television clown, Herschel, Shmoikel, Pinchas, Yerucham, Krustofsky, better known as Krusty the Clown. But I do wonder why they chose Homer and Krusty rather than any of the other plethora of interesting characters within The Simpsons. The other big question of course is, are we going to see more of these? There's no shortage of interesting Simpsons characters out there to make Brickheadz from. My theory on why we have a Homer Simpson and Krusty the Clown twin pack is that they are both voiced by Dan Castellaneta. Following the same theory, we could have a Nancy Cartwright twin pack featuring Bart Simpson, and he could be paired up with Nelson Muntz or Ralph Wiggum. Or how about a Hank Azaria twin pack? We could pair up Mo Sislak with Comic Book Guy, Chief Wiggum, or even Apu Nahazapina Petalon. We could have Itchy and Scratchy, or a Harry Shearer twin pack with Mr. Burns and Ned Flanders. The possibilities are endless. But getting back to Homer and Krusty, this is a 215-piece set, which is fairly lightweight for a Brickheadz twin pack. It looks like Krusty has the higher part count, but usually it's the hair that builds up the part count in these Brickheadz, and Homer Simpson only has 2 strands. It looks like we're a little bit light on exclusive printed pieces in this set. The only example I can see is a 1x3 brick with Krusty's bow tie. As usual with these Brickheadz sets, there's a picture on the side of the box showing the original characters on which the Brickheadz were based. Over on the back of the box we get to see Homer and Krusty facing off, and it confirms that both Homer and Krusty come on the standard 6x6 Brickheadz base plates. I can't wait to build these guys, so let's tear open this box and see what we've got inside. Here's everything that came inside the box. We've got 2 numbered bags of LEGO, 1 for Homer and 2 for Krusty, and 2 fairly thin instruction booklets. I'm going to go ahead and build the Homer Simpson and Krusty the Clown twin pack, and today this is going to be a 60-second speed build. And here are the completed Homer Simpson and Krusty the Clown Brickheadz. Build time for both characters was 37 minutes, and the hands you saw in the speed build belong to my daughter Meg. Even without any mouths, these are pretty believable recreations of the Simpsons characters. Let's dive in and take a closer look, starting with Homer. Firstly, I need to point out a mistake earlier in the video. I did say that Homer was lacking any printed pieces, and that's not entirely true. If you turn him to the side, you can see some custom printed pieces for his hair, or lack thereof. We'll come back to Homer's unique follicular attributes in just a moment. Viewed from the front, you could be forgiven for thinking that Homer's been on a diet. But when you turn him to the side, you can see we've got an enormous belly. He's standing on a 6x6 base plate and is wearing his regular black shoes. He's wearing his favourite blue pants, complete with considerable overhang, and just like most Brickheadz, he has clips for hands. In this case, clutching Homer's favourite pink frosted donut with sprinkles. Donuts. Homer's left hand side is much the same, except his hand is hanging down to the side and he doesn't have any more donuts. If you're wondering why, Homer has a really neat Easter egg. Easter egg. That bloated belly hides a little secret. It's actually a secret drawer full of donuts. I'm pretty sure we've seen this printed pattern before, but it's really nice to get a bunch of these with Homer. It's also really cool the way the designers modified the build to incorporate this sliding mechanism. With the lack of any mouth print, Homer does lack a certain degree of character. The face isn't quite fat enough, and it really comes down to the blue pants and the donut to make the character. Displaying Homer from the side really helps to overcome those limitations. Being follically challenged, there's not a lot of detail in Homer's hairstyle. There are a couple of 2x2 custom printed tiles on either side of Homer's head. Typically when you see this in The Simpsons, you only see an M. The M of course rumoured to signify Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons. The hair on top of Homer's head is limited to a couple of strands. I love the way the designers have used aerial pieces instead of a printed plate. The only criticism I have here is why they've used aerial pieces with black bases. Aerial pieces with yellow bases are widely available and they look so much better. As well as forgetting to mention the printed pieces on the sides of Homer's head, he also has a 2x4 printed tile on the back. Usually the hair on the side and the back of Homer's hair is kind of 3D and sticking out, so a 2D printed effect doesn't really cut it for me. But I can't fault the design team for including most of Homer's major features. We've even got Homer's signature 5 o'clock shadow. So that's Homer J. Simpson, and he's a perfectly acceptable Brickheadz build. Plus I really like the inclusion of the drawer for the belly. While innovative, I'm not so sure about these strands of hair on top of the head. I think yellow based aerials was definitely the way to go here. He looks a lot hungrier than the cartoon Homer Simpson, and if I were Dessert Unikitty, I would be really worried. Oh, sprinkles. Moving swiftly along, hey kids! Yes, it's everybody's favourite clown, Krusty! There is one immediate problem, however, and that's the colour of Krusty's face. Krusty the Clown is not white. He's a kind of yellowish, creamy white. The designers, however, have got Krusty's hair perfect. I love these teal bricks and they are the perfect colour for Krusty the Clown's hair, but we'll come back to that in just a moment. Starting at the feet, Krusty is standing on the same 6x6 base plate. And yes, those are Clown's shoes. Those shoes are of course a big feature in the episode Krusty Gets Busted. Sideshow Bob really does have big feet while Krusty just wears big shoes. And this Brickheadz model has a really nice pair of elongated feet. We also have Krusty's lime green pants and lilac top with blue bow tie. That's a really nice custom print and really helps to complete the character. It's a real shame, however, that Krusty is missing his trademark smile. We do, however, have a red clown's nose and those soulless Brickheadz eyes. Both sides of the build are identical and Krusty has no accessories to speak of, although it might have been nice to have given him something like a balloon animal. That would have been really cool. One detail I do appreciate are the yellow arms which are protruding from beneath the white gloves. Krusty of course is as yellow as any other Simpsons character underneath that white makeup. Krusty's hair is of course the crowning glory in this build, quite literally. I'm a big fan of the teal colour, so I'm easily impressed, but I also like the way the tufts on the side of Krusty's head have been put together. While Krusty's hair is instantly recognisable, there isn't a lot of it. He's mostly bald except for those tufts on the side and top, although we do have some interesting texture at the back of the head, and this highlights an interesting little build technique. Those side tufts are actually one piece which is locked into place on the back of Krusty's head. You can get to those by removing the plate on the back and then the whole thing just slides out. Another really interesting build feature are these teal circles here which are just kind of wedged in. Apart from the interesting details in the hair build, there's really not a lot to see from the back of Krusty the Clown. But that's okay because nobody displays their Brickheadz backwards. Krusty the Clown is definitely not perfect, but as a Brickheadz build, it's a really nice thing and it's definitely recognisable as Krusty the Clown. So that was set number 41632, Homer Simpson and Krusty the Clown from LEGO Brickheadz. I don't think for a second that these were the easiest characters in the world to recreate in Brickheadz form, and given those challenges I think the designers did a pretty darn good job. Homer looks a little bit skinny in 2 dimensions, but when you view him from the side he makes a lot more sense. I also really like the hidden compartment containing donuts inside Homer's stomach. Krusty the Clown was definitely my favourite of the two, and I really appreciate the innovative build techniques the designers used to create the side tufts on Krusty's hair. It was so cool how those things just slid in. Of all the Simpsons characters LEGO could have chosen for this set, I think Homer and Krusty were a good choice, and I'd really like to see some more characters. Whether we will or not is yet to be seen. There's a persistent rumour mill that Brickheadz are going to get axed pretty soon. That might explain why LEGO released so many models this month, or it could be complete nonsense. To be honest, I'm pretty sure the naysayers have been saying Brickheadz are going to be axed ever since they came out. Okay, not all of these Brickheadz builds are very good. I'm looking at you, Chewbacca, but it's really fun getting all of these different characters, and I'm kind of invested in this range now, so I don't really want to see them go away. But what do you think? Are LEGO about to axe the Brickheadz range? Or is it just rumour? And if Brickheadz are here to stay, which characters do you want to see come out next? Whether you love or hate these things, I really hope you enjoyed today's LEGO Brickheadz unboxing, speed build and review video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like down below, drop your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome LEGO content. And there's a backlog of at least 200 videos on my channel, so you'll always find something new or something old to check out. Thanks a million for checking out today's review, stay safe and don't! Hey, kids!